There it goes.
Perfect.
So, uh, what else is new? Any new ideas from last time we connected on Friday for the use case?
Yes. Yes. Let me send you something that we were actually we started making some cold calls and actually trying to implement where we can actually use the product, how we can do it as something that we can provide as a tool to people. And we actually created something here. Let me grab this link real fast.
Sounds
We
good.
ended up working with this there's these people that are very close in San Diego to us that we've worked before in the past, and they work in as an agency for like events, and they do a lot of events that are more geared towards like artists and creatives and stuff like that. So they have experience in using, for example, like Eventbrite and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we wanted to give them, we wanted to, pitch them an idea of like how could they do something towards the end of the year where it's something that's geared towards what they do, which is throwing events. That's something towards the community. And it's something that they can do where they give back to the community in a way where they get vendors or like educators to come by, something more geared towards the kids and stuff like that. If you see this Google Drive link here, you'll see this pitch deck that we created for them. And this isn't like totally complete at the moment, but within this pitch deck itself, we do have a section where we want to include the ticketing and promotions. And I just did some really simple mock-up of like what we think they can expect from us, how we can introduce that tool so that it takes over, the whole Eventbrite stuff. And at the
Yeah.
same time, like we could use it for, to introduce it to the vendors or something where we can do special announcements and all the stuff, that we can do with the actual mobile wallet.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this is just something that we were actually working towards. We have some other projects that we're going to do personally for our company with the mobile wallet itself, but then this is one of those other ones where it's like we can provide it to other people.
Yeah.
And there were some interesting questions that people had when we started to introduce it to them. Not particularly from these guys. It was pretty straightforward. It was very straightforward on the sense of like what they wanted and like what they would use it for. I mean, it's really simple. Somebody buys a ticket, this is your ticket, and maybe this ticket gives you, they ask us questions on like, does this ticket expire after the day of, or does it continue giving you live updates onwards? Is there, how long does this stay open? How to, like obviously for the event itself, kind of like how it would be like a boarding pass. Once you board the plane and everything and it's scanned,
Mm-hmm.
I know it goes away and everything like that. So they just ask like little questions like that.
Yeah.
As far as design, I know you guys help out with all of that and stuff like that, and providing, the tickets and stuff for their event and stuff. But they like the idea. They want to aim for more like around like a Christmas time event,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be using it to pitch to all of their vendors and collaborators. But yeah, I mean, this is something that we have open. That's actually something that we might be able to provide to them and stuff.
That's good. And those questions that sometimes people who are not involved with the software and with the product, every day like I am, they uncover things to highlight in our presentations, right? In our approach to either agencies or clients who we know it could benefit them. And
Mhm.
the product itself is so versatile that sometimes I, for instance, leave out some of the functions that we can do, but then when someone asks a question like the one that you just said, if it expires, right? Or if it continues to send updates, right? Things like that, they now become relevant, right? They now become
Mhm.
relevant to the use case. And our approach could be more precise, right? It could be more
Yeah.
targeted, and we can get their attention that way. So to answer those questions, yes, we could make it so that once, obviously, if it's a boarding pass or if it's an event ticket, it cannot be used again, right?
Mhm.
That is one of the things that safeguards the integrity of the privileges that people have once they participate, right? Or
Mhm.
we can have it also where the pass itself or the access expires, but the pass continues to stay in their device. So then we
Mhm.
can send them further communication. Hey, thank you for coming to the event, right? Flip the pass for a surprise, right? Or things like that. And now when they flip the pass, now we got them to get excited with a call to action. And once they click there, we can track that click. We can send them anywhere we want to, and the communication continues, right? So,
Mhm.
so yes, and that's one thing that Eventbrite is not doing, right? Eventbrite is very, very generic, right? Very,
It's straightforward. Just
yeah,
buy the ticket. Here's the ticket, and then you're done.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
never
seeing.
got a push notification from Eventbrite ever. I'm not sure if they have that function, but I never got it. I never, and I once in a while when there's an event that I know I'm probably not going to attend, but if it's free, I'll go ahead and see what kind of user experience I'm going to be receiving on their end, from their end, and how I can position our device or our product above whatever they're providing, right? So I never got a push notification from an Eventbrite ticket. And even in the back of those passes, I haven't done one in the past like 3 months, but even in the back of the pass for Eventbrite, I couldn't find anything.
Mhm.
Yeah. So great. Yeah. I'll take a look at this Google Doc
It's pretty
little.
straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. You can see like what it'll be used for and stuff like that.
How's it going,
Right.
gentlemen?
Hey, what's
Hey
up, Richie?
Richard, how's it going?
Hey, sorry, I'm a little late. I had to go shut off this lady's water, but I'm in here.
That's cool, man. No worries. I was just chatting with Andy about some potential use cases for one of your
Mhm.
clients, one of your collaborators, if you will,
Right.
potentially, right? So not just for your use, but for so that you can provide this to other agencies or partners. Cool, yeah. So I have some updates from who was this from Cyhern. Cyhern is one of my contacts in the UK. I couldn't get in touch with Andy, sorry, with Robin, and I know he was traveling, but he should have emailed you guys when you made the purchase with some sort of maybe an email address and a login credentials for the new account. Do you have that with you?
No, I don't think I got that. You know, I'm trying to see. I don't think I got that.
So when you guys want, who made the purchase? You did, Andy?
Yeah, I did. I went through Messenger and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and
So it took you to a chat automation that, that it, I believe at some point asked you to befriend Robin Lacoutre, right?
okay, yeah. So I'm on the invoice, and it's allowing me to access my purchase, and then I'm on the mobile wallet upgrade basic. And okay, so I mean, there's just some other. Let's see. Well, I went through the process and the messaging and stuff like that. So,
Cool.
I mean, I already went through the whole like provide the following information, like if we're doing it for agency or
Mhm.
client. I went through my agency and then I went through the whole purchase information and stuff like that.
Right. So, so,
Hmm.
so you did that right. Otherwise, you probably would have received a chat automated, to finish what you left off, but you didn't. Now after that, after that purchase was made, did you get in touch or did Robin accept your friend request?
No, 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 no.
Yeah. Okay.
I went and sent the friend request. I didn't get any acceptance or anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I sent him a message on here and stuff, but I haven't received anything back.
Cool. So I went ahead and created that pass type ID because I'm not sure what kind of restrictions, or I don't know what the situation could be, you know, when traveling in Europe, but maybe that held them back. But I created the pass type ID. I just need to assign it to the account, to the new account. So you know, one of the things that if any of you guys, any of your teammates are interested in becoming part of the Apple Developer Program, it's so you can create your own pass type IDs, right? So you have the credentials, you have the, you know, the basic information when it comes to compliance, that what Apple needs from us, what Android needs from us, and basically you get accepted into this developer program where you don't need to be a developer if you're not, and where you can go and request from Apple new pass type IDs for different projects, right? So we're gonna review that, or I'll record a video on how to do those, or how to take those steps. And if you guys are interested down the road, you may or may not create your own pass type IDs for the internal efforts or for other clients. So you don't have to, you know, just wait around, or, you know, just do it yourselves.
Yeah, I think that's something that came up a little bit only because we talked to that first person where I saw that pitch deck, that we talked to those people, and then that one was pretty straightforward. And then we had a different brand that we were talking with, and they're more of like a streetwear lifestyle, like clothing kind of brand based off in San Diego. And their questions are more on the long lines of like, you know, they were interested in seeing, you know, like what's the back office look like, or like how can they track their data, and how are there any reports that they can see and stuff like that. And those are immediate questions that we weren't able to answer, maybe just because we haven't been through all the steps that we have to go through.
Yeah.
But there were some curiosities on like the back office, and like how often do they have like access to that, or is that something they have to come to us for that? And I know that's probably more on the developer end of like seeing all the analytics, you know?
Yeah, and to piggyback off that, yeah, they kind of were asking on a basis of like if they want to continue working with us, would it be a subscription base or would it be a job to job base, or you know, we kind of got stalled by that question, so we figured, you know, we'd probably ask you.
Yeah, no, so great questions. Those questions, it could be a yes for all, because it all depends on how you want to position, right? So this is a product where about 80% of the work that I take has it involved, right? So I specialize in this product, and when we can position it in a way that is a subscription based, then we present it as such, right? However,
Mhm.
when we can anticipate that it would be more profitable to present it as a SaaS solution, right? Meaning the more passes are in circulation for a certain brand, the more we can charge, right?
Yeah,
So
so that's where that, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. So you probably are familiar with the SaaS model, right? So software as subscription. Basically, yeah, for instance, you could position it like for up to 500 passes, this is how much we charge, right? Then for up to 1,000, this is how much we charge. So when we see something like an event, for instance, like a festival, right, where we anticipate thousands of people going, right, or participants opting into a giveaway, right, where there's really no commitment of going to a place or buying anything, but when the benefit and the launch requires us to present it as a giveaway ticket, sort of like a lottery ticket, right? People go and get it, right? Because hey, it's free and I may win something, right? So when we see that opportunity, then we position it as up to 500 passes, we charge this much. 1,000 passes, we charge this much. So then you can scale those, that participation and make it interesting, right? When it's a smaller project, you could just charge it, up to you. It's so versatile that those questions could be all answered with a, it all depends, right? It all depends how much you want to, how you want to position it. Sometimes
No,
we have a one-off use where we know it's not going to be a recurring thing, or we also know that it may be a smaller, more intimate type of event. And so we just do a one-off in and out type of proposal.
Okay. Yeah, that brings up a good point because, they were asking us like, that's if it's a subscription base, I know that's probably like maybe that's where we get into the developer realm where we can kind of have that back office for them and just take that on. But at the same time, like if we can do it where it's like up to 400 passes or something where we just cover that. And then at the very end, we can send a report, we can give them analytics, we can give them the stuff that they got from let's say if they did a giveaway or like people maybe are just, opting to be in their email list or whatever it might look like, I'm sure if that's something that we can kind of give to them, I mean, that'd be good. It's just once those questions started to get asked, we're like, okay, so like we see like where it could be like very simple, but then also like where it can, be a little bit more of a long-term kind of communication tool for like different people, because especially like when we saw we're working with clothing brands and stuff, we understand that it could be a better communicating tool for them to communicate to the audiences about new products or certain sales going on and stuff like that. And I know that alone is something that's a pass that they would hold on their phone for a long period of time,
Sure, sure.
and that's what's
There's actually a I'm going to make a note to send it to you. It's a case study based on true data, right? It's not very recent, but that should illustrate some of the adoption that is still I think pre-mass adoption, right? And even with that, you'll see that for the most part, when people save that pass in their devices, it's a ridiculous rate. I think it's 80% of them never deleted, right? And these are not our passes, right? This is like in general. This is by continent. I think it's segmented by continent, whereas they're really downloading either a gift card that expires or a boarding pass that no longer can be used, but people just forget it. People just don't delete it from there because it doesn't cause any friction. It doesn't cause any, it's not an obstacle, but you just have it there. So because that's the behavior right now and still hasn't been mass adopted, we can still, benefit from that sort of involvement with other collaborators, right? Whereas if you're working with a recording artist and that recording artist has a circle of influence that may be even bigger than yours, right? Then you can have a collaboration with that recording artist where it's understood that you may send some push notifications to that audience once in a while, along with the notifications that you may send on the artist behalf, where it's hey, download a new track we just dropped or something like that, but you also have access to that list, right? So then that becomes very, very interesting. When we did the thing for Anthony Robbins, we had millions of people really download that pass, and to this day they may still have that pass from 3 years ago,
Mhm.
right? Make a note here so I can send you. It's a State of Mobile Wallet, I think it was called.
That's actually really good. So I'm sorry, but I might have to hop off the Zoom right now. I have a bit
Yeah.
of an emergency.
Okay.
But Richie, I sent Richie some of my note stuff. He can, Richie, I hope you don't mind, bro, but I
No,
gotta.
no problem. Sounds good. I'll record this.
Um,
I'll send you the recording.
No worries.
No
Sorry
worries.
about that,
Yep.
guys. But Richie, I sent you the notes that you see right now. But
Yep.
this is all great stuff, though. We just obviously need to just get into the next steps and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and communicate in a little bit with you guys. But yeah, I'll
Sounds
talk
good,
to you
man.
soon.
I'll
Okay?
hold it well.
Cool. Have a good one. Right on, Danny.
Hey, Richie. So,
Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, we're over here tag teaming, making the best out of
yeah,
it. But yeah, I've been listening and taking some of the notes that you guys have been talking about. Just keeping in tabs with everything.
sounds good, man.
Um,
Thank you for being communicative, via email and on text.
yes,
Now
sir. Yeah.
around this time of the year is crunch time for us and for us to deliver to for some of the brands that we work with, and because it's Black Friday coming up, and the biggest shopping season of the year is upon us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things
No worries, man.
yeah,
We totally understand. It gets busy, and we want to make this process as smooth as possible. Like
yeah,
just make it. You know, no stress. Have fun
sounds
with the
good.
whole process of it.
Yeah, sounds good. So one of the things I wanted to I don't know if you caught on to the conversation that before you hopped in, but I created the pass type ID, so we have that already. And
Mm-hmm.
what I'm trying to get now is access to the new account now, because I haven't uh, heard from Robin since a couple of days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure. Well, as Andy mentioned that Robin still hasn't returned the request to connect on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I created a pass type ID inside the Apple Developer Program, and now I need to assign that pass type ID to the account, right? So let's just have that as a bullet point to tackle within today or tomorrow, and so then we can just log in and show, or you guys can have credentials to dig in.
Okay, so yeah, need to verify and connect the pass type ID
Yeah,
with the account.
yeah. So one of the things I wanted to illustrate was the verification process via PassVerifier.
Mm-hmm.
Is Have you gotten a chance to download PassVerifier to your device?
Let me check pass verifier.
Because Andy
Hmm.
mentioned that he did it, but since he had to go, we can still do it with your
Oh,
device.
I'm guessing it's just on the App Store. I think
Yes. So do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
Sorry.
iPhone.
Yeah, cool. So PassVerifier, you should be able to find it inside the App Store.
Mm-hmm.
And
Um, Let me check. Okay, so there's one that says pass verifier. The logo is like a blue, yellow, and green looking wallet, and underneath that looks like a QR code.
let me show you how that looks, because there's a couple that for some reason have the
Hmm.
same name. But it's this one right here. Let me see.
Yeah, or you can text me the app as well. Give
Yeah,
me one quick second.
yeah. Oh, it's blurry. It's the yellow one, basically.
Sorry, Danny.
That's cool. So it's the
Yeah.
yellow app, basically.
Oh, the yellow app. Let me see.
Yes.
I see one that's yellow, says NHS. No, that's not it.
Let me send you the exact
Okay.
link to it. Apple.
Yeah, I'm looking at one. I think it might be, but yeah, I'll wait for you to verify it.
So both Apple and Facebook had updates this past week. And when
Right.
that happens, it's almost as if like we'll have
Oh
to-
yeah, I recently got an iPhone update to 16.1.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now on the desktop and on my MacBook Pro, we are running let's see, I think it's called a new iOS that some of the interfaces they look different. They
Yeah.
look so different, and you're almost like, having to train yourself a little bit on how they configured
Exactly.
it. And some functions are hidden at others. It's interesting, but
New shortcuts and stuff too.
yeah.
Were you able to send that pass verifier?
I haven't yet, and I am
Oh.
looking for this. So I'm working right now on my data plan, and
Mm-hmm.
my app is not set up so I can use it outside of Wi-Fi. So I'm like looking around how I where is it? Let me look it up here actually, so I can send
No
it
worries.
faster. So basically, this is going to be the app that's going to be in one of the devices of staff or security, or the host person, whoever you're going to assign PassVerifier. In order to quickly scan the individual's pass if and when that pass is used as a one admission only, or as a VIP access, or as a giveaway ticket, right? Sort of like when we use it, with the airlines, right? Once they scan that pass on my device to aboard a plane, I can't use it again, right? Or I can't, take a snapshot of of the picture of it and send it to my friend outside of the club or outside of the, gate, and he or she cannot use it again because it's already being used, right? It's going to be invalid. So, got 10 minutes left. So that's what's going to give also not only the personalized experience for the end user, right? But also the safety and the integrity of that program, of that campaign, of that launch, when you guys launch, when a person wants to attend I don't know, a webinar, a training, whatever it is, and that person uses it, well, they can't use it again because it's locked and that's it, right? However, that person will still have the pass in their device, so you can still send them a notification. Hey, thank you for coming to our event. Flip the pass for some swag, for a coupon, whatever it is. You still be able to communicate with those people.
Hey guys, I made it back in. Sorry about that.
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Hey, that's crazy because I was just writing down the note and I seen the purple marker. It said Andy Salinas. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I came back right in. Yeah.
So Andy, do you have the PassVerifier app on your device?
See, let me pull it up right now.
So it's the yellow.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if you can send me that app, Andy, if you could just share it to me real quick, that way I can
Gotcha.
download it.
I'll send it to you, bro.
It's interesting because they have I'm seeing they have a different PassVerifier app that's not the one that I'm looking for, but it's called PassVerifier. Same thing.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of them in there, but I ended up finding the one that they were indicating and stuff.
Yeah, I did send a link on that email, right? Yes. So
Mm-hmm. I just sent it to you, Richie, if you don't see it.
Cool. Yep, just got it right now. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the one that I
right.
had
So
seen.
the app itself, it's free to download. However, once you open it and you select the type of
QR code and stuff,
type
right?
of code that we want to scan, it's not a QR code, although we will have that very versatile. We can add a QR code or a different type of code for the verification of the pass via pass verifier, where the person is going to be able to see if this person is allowed in our function or not, whether this person is allowed in our plane or not when you guys have your own airline. That is called the PDF code. So it's a combined barcode with some QR code in it. So it's going to be one of those rectangle codes. For that, the app
Mm-hmm.
charges like $1.99 or something like that. So if you found it,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to select that function. It's going to just like $1.99. Let me know when you're ready to scan
No
it
worries.
pass, so you guys can see it on your end. And
Sure.
I'm gonna pull a pass here from, you know what, let me share my screen real quick and see what I can find here as a sample. We should get this out before my Zoom runs out. Let's see.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's see. This is a program we did for this was like a Mardi Gras type of event.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, this is the PDF, nothing related to the PDF file format. But it's a code that's mixed. It has some QR and some, I guess, some barcode here.
Okay.
This is an old program, so what you're probably going to see on your end is going to see either verified or pending or invalid. But this is how you will see it on your end when we'll use it for a one-off one admission only, right? So I tested a few
Gotcha.
here. So let's see. This is probably the last one that I test that I that I created.
Gotcha.
So
I'm running. Yeah,
yeah,
I have it right here purchased already. So it's just I was just trying to scan on right now.
oh, cool. Yes. So scan this and let me know what it says.
It says marketing sophistication status valid.
Did it say valid?
Yes.
Cool. So it is still synced with the function that I created this like a year and a half ago. So now who scanned it? Andy, you did?
Yeah, I scanned it.
All right. Richie, if you're ready, scan the same pass and you should be able to see invalid or you won't see valid because obviously Andy just scanned it, and that guy Danny, he won't be able to sneak in again.
Right. Let me
Mm.
see. So, because I have the verify on my phone. Now, would I be able to?
And if
Because I have to pull it up.
it's okay if you're not there, but you can, Andy, if you want, scan it again and see what comes out.
Gotcha. Okay. And scans it over here. Right here, it still says valid right here. There's like a code on the bottom and stuff too.
What does the code say?
It's just like a bunch of numbers and letters.
Let me see. So let's do this exercise because I think I didn't mention this. Let's go ahead and now let's go ahead and authorize your scanner, because we didn't do this. Let's authorize your scanner, in other words, your device, to connect or to validate this program. So now this is a QR code, and using the same function, you're going to scan it.
Gotcha.
And
I
it's
just
gonna-
did it right now.
Yeah, it's gonna give you a token, or it's gonna open a token. You're just gonna accept it. Say yes.
Gotcha. I accepted it.
Okay, great. Now this should work as intended. Now let me just go back here, and we're gonna select. Let's select a different Danny because we scanned this guy already. Let's go ahead and let's do the second one. I'm not sure which one I have here. Let's go ahead and scan that one. I'm gonna do it on my end as well.
Okay, so it was pending, then I went to valid, and it said point added, new points 3.
Awesome, awesome. So that's the function as intended, right? So, and this function, this specific pass was made so that the person needed to go to different bars, right, at this Mardi Gras type of event. And once that person went to all of the bars and had a drink, the bartender or someone assigned would say, okay, you had your shot, boom, let me scan your pass. And when that person had 10 shots or 10 drinks or 10 whatever, 10 purchases, they didn't have to be drinks. Then that person would win something, right? Then that person would participate in a bigger raffle or something like that. So that was that function. That's what, we gave them a point, and then I wish I had that pass here on for any reason, because I had so many, but I deleted it. The one that you scanned, however, is on the back end, and you said new points 3, right? So yeah, it has 2 right now. Boom, 3. So that changed the points almost real time, and it gave the participant a third stamp. So it's almost hidden there. It's almost hidden there, but he gave the person a third stamp there. It says Jacksonville. So that's a